Welcome at IT Friday, Arduino for industry. Numbers is what we talked about last time on IT Friday, and how does the Arduino work in a large-scale industrial IT environment. I'm Tom.
I'm Steven, and today we look at can you use Arduino in an industry or in a production environment, or is it only for building fast prototypes, development, seeing how a certain hardware chip or sensor works, or is it really usable?
Yeah, I would say up first that Arduinos are used more like a toy. IT professionals take an Arduino Uno to start developing something, to get familiar with hardware and write some great code on it.
Without having to understand all the registers,
exactly.
all the very low level hardware and software.
Yeah, so in that sense it's a kind of a toy for coders who want to do something more than only writing IT software.
Yeah, but can you use Arduino in a production environment?
Yes, that's it. That's the thing we look at, and if you look at the quickness which you can develop something, a prototype, get a feeling for something, like you said, yes, Arduino is a great way to do that. So it's a great development environment. On the other hand, if you want to have a great quality, high quality, industrial grade solution, maybe the Arduino is not your thing right now.
Yeah, because we have had some discussions internally as well on if you can use it or not. And to end this discussion, I said, let's try it. And we tried it and we faced quite some difficulties, but we managed. And at this moment we have Arduino compatible hardware built on Arduino software in a production environment already for over a year. Yeah. And even at this moment it's minus several degrees outside, and last night it was minus
10, yeah.
10, and they still function fine.
Yeah.
But it has to do something with the quality of products that we use to roll out in production.
True.
And that goes all on what kind of hardware do you use, what kind of development environment do you develop in, because let's start with that. The Arduino IDE is very easy to use, but it's not very sophisticated.
Yeah, it's a low threshold, it's a low starting point, and of course you can do something with it right away. But if you want to do some professional software development, work together and create a nice architecture for your product and implement that in the right way, then it's something completely different, and we tend to grab bigger and widely used software development environments like Visual Studio, etc., etc. On the other hand, is also quality.
Yeah.
Because if you
how do you ensure quality of libraries and software stacks that are built by communities?
Exactly. So if you have a big open source library that you want to incorporate in your piece of hardware or in your IT
for
solution,
instance, for one of your Wi-Fi chips, because that's the ease of Arduino. Sure. You don't have to think about how am I going to use the ESP, what is it, 8266, but you can just use it because this library makes it available, so you can easily connect to a network, send data over it, instead of having to figure out all this difficult hardware stuff. But you need to be able to rely on it every single time.
Exactly. So the open source library for the ESP8266 is out there. You want to implement it in your industrial IT solution, right? You've tested it, it works. But next week there will be a new version of this open source library. And you might want to incorporate it, or you do not want to incorporate it because it has a bug in it, but you never know it. So you have to put a mechanism in place, like with every software development project, basically.
Testing.
To
ensure quality.
Yeah, to ensure quality, that's your first line of defense. And you might go, for example, you might want to implement unit test generation just in order to ensure that changes to the open source library for the Wi-Fi chip have no impact on...
Or are seen very quickly when testing new firmware.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So that could be a way of doing that, ensuring quality and putting that in place, basically.
Yeah, so that is the development environment.
Sure.
It is having test environments, unit testing, but also hardware. Yeah. Because you're not going to place, at least I'm not going to place Arduino Unos in a production environment. They run on 5 volts. They're not really tested on. They're tested a little bit, but not really tested on EMC in difficult environments. They're not certified for certain environments. But you can still use Arduino compatible hardware. A lot of ARM chips, for instance, the ARM Cortex M0, has compatible libraries for your Arduino.
Yeah.
So you can use a board which has an ARM Cortex M0, put Arduino software on there and run it. And when the hardware board is tested for EMC has good industry quality and standards that are necessary for your environment where you want to run your products in, you can use that.
Yeah.
Combining that with tests.
So what you're saying is that with hardware and maintaining hardware quality, you can go the route that you want to design your own hardware or buy some piece of hardware that is tested, and in that way ensure that hardware quality is in place as well.
Yeah.
And that means steering away from the regular Arduino boards and go for maybe SodaQ has some great boards, right?
Yeah.
That really is really usable in these kind of environments.
Yeah.
Cool. And the other great thing is, now we're talking about how to use Arduino in industrial IT solutions, is that all the new technology that comes out there is almost directly available in your environment through the open source community. The mobile world 2018 is going on right now.
Yeah, and ARM has released or a newspaper that I don't think the actual product is out yet, but that they will release an ARM chip which has a eSIM incorporated in the chip. So it's very small, very battery efficient, and you can use it very quickly.
Yeah.
If that is supported by Arduino, you can have your new IoT product out in weeks instead of years and months.
It's a great accelerator there. And well, the other thing that we see happening at the mobile world is that 5G is everywhere basically, and tests done with 5G are everywhere. So it would only be a logic step to incorporate 5G in this Arduino environment and work with it. Try it out and go from there. Okay, good.
So Arduino in industry, it's doable.
Yeah.
But you have to maintain quality, and that is a very important issue.
Definitely.
Thanks for watching. This was another IoT Friday. Remember, it's IoT Friday every week. So watch every week for a new topic and suggest us if you have any new topics that you want us to discuss.
All right. Connect with us and see you again on the next IoT Friday. Bye-bye.